West. It's Jay-Z. Yeah, this is your boy.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On the rocks, where we give it to you straight, no chase, bitch.
Know the vibes.
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Champagne up in this thing with my player partner.
OTR Goose back in the building.
You know what it is, man. It's On The Rocks. Y'all see it back in your motherfucking face one more time with a special guest who we got in the building with us tonight.
I go by the name of DSqaured. What's going on, y'all? Hey, man, I actually lived in Charlotte for 7 years, originally from Washington, D.C. I'm now located in Durham, North Carolina. So I'm glad to be here, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's do this.
Hey, bro, we appreciate you for being in the building with us, bro. DSqaured, where's that come from?
So, my name's Danny. I always kind of went by DSqaured. Those are my initials. So, I just kind of played off of that. It's also a clothing brand as well.
Okay.
So, I used to rock DSqaured a lot. So, as I was coming up with my name, going into the whole music thing, I was like, boom, we got it. I already went through that. It's catchy.
Yeah.
I consulted my friends as well to kind of see what I should do. And it was like, yep, that's it. DSqaured.
I never heard of DSqaured clothing. Can we pull that up, bro?
Man, I want to say I have.
Yeah, I want to see what that looks like.
Have y'all heard of the artist Doechii?
Doechii, that chick, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've heard of her. I ain't heard nothing she done, though.
So she actually recently did like a show, like fashion show type of thing, and it was sponsored by DSqaured. So I actually think that recently they actually got a lot more exposure. So it's actually Canadian. So you'll see Drake, Tory Lanez when he was out of jail.
maybe I've seen Tory Lanez wear it before, bro. Because I want to say I've seen it before, but I've definitely never.
Nah, see, I ain't rocking with that questionable.
Yeah, not that type of vibe. That was the wrong type of vibe. Yeah. They got some dope stuff for
Bro,
sure.
like a mannequin, bro.
No,
hold on, bro.
Family like
sports
a
bra
straight.
/
Yeah, bro.
No. But they got some dope stuff, man. From the denim, t-shirts. Just in general, man. It's dope. So I kind of played off of that, and that's how I came up with the whole artist name.
Bro, why is
like
look so greasy?
Why he wet, bro? Hey, yo, bro.
His arm look greasy, bro.
Okay. I could definitely see.
That's hilarious.
Something like that, like t-shirts.
How's her name pronounced? Doechii?
Doechii, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, I've only ever seen like videos of her walking around. What is the song that she did? What's the big?
Denial
song?
Is a River. You probably heard it. Like it's all over the radio. It's like where she like breathing all crazy, like the.
I don't know about that.
No, for real. That's literally what she does. That's how everybody knows the song though.
Yeah.
Like where it's like she's literally just breathing, hyperventilate. But it's a dope song. Like really, she's a dope artist in my opinion. But
sound freaky as hell.
Yeah.
It is though. When you listen to it, it's kind of like it's very different. When you listen to her music, it's very different. But dope as hell.
Did she win a Grammy?
Yeah, she did. I want to say album of the year.
That's crazy.
She won a Grammy, bro.
She did.
Oh, damn.
I remember people being up in smoke about that she won a Grammy, and I was like, I didn't even know who she was.
So she's on TD.
Yeah.
I thought the label got dissolved or something.
So Kendrick left.
Yeah. That's all it was. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I mean, you might.
Yeah. Like real talk. I mean, shout out to my boy Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. J-Rock.
J-Rock too.
Yeah.
Shout out to J-Rock.
Doechii too. You gotta put it. Y'all gotta check out.
I never really gotten the Ab Soul though.
He nice. I feel like he's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you listen to.
Yeah.
No Diddy.
Yes.
Hey you.
He is, but yes.
Yes, I definitely think it's kind of something you got to get used to. But I think he's a great lyricist.
Yeah. He lyrical as fuck. I just never got to his vibe. I was like, all right, that's cool. Next, you know what I'm saying? Where that Kendrick at? You know what I'm saying?
Where that Kendrick at?
Where that J-Rock? You know what I'm saying?
Ab's got some dope projects too, though.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
I would say recently. I think it's recent. I didn't listen to it, but I heard it was dope. But his old stuff, about 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, dope as hell.
I couldn't tell you anything from now. I can only tell you around like the Section 80 movement. With like when Kendrick had dropped like Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, like around that era. Yeah. That's when I was listening, you know what I'm saying? That's when TDE they were on.
Prime TDE.
Yeah.
For sure.
SZA was on TDE too.
Yeah, SZA's on this.
They didn't have some heavy
Is she
hitters.
still? Or no?
Is she still?
Or is she off?
I think she might be rich enough to get off that motherfucker now.
Yeah.
SZA, I think she might have got off the label.
Like
crazy.
You know what
Too up.
I'm saying? Yeah, that 30 for 30 joint, I caught myself
Man.
on repeat with that the other day. You know what I'm saying? I heard it in like some TikTok reels. I was like, what is this song all these bitches keep using on this shit?
What is this?
So I looked it up. I was like, oh, this shit. You know what I'm saying?
What that's the Doshi song?
That's the way I like it.
No,
That's SZA. I was talking about SZA.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
From Doja.
that's the way I like
Yeah,
it.
that
That joint go.
should be going.
Okay, let me see.
They got that Rich Boy sample.
Literally, I
Throw
don't
some
think I've ever
D's on
heard
that
like
bit.
a throw some D's like sample. Before.
Yeah,
When they
yeah.
hit that, I'm like, whoa.
I haven't heard that sample like that. That was crazy.
We got a little taste here. Can you put the volume up on that?
Oh yeah, I got you, bro.
Yeah, this the one. You never heard this beat? Y'all never heard this one?
No, I ain't heard this.
I don't know if I done
It's
heard
dope,
this.
man. Like she got a nice flow. You know,
Okay.
she's not talking about a lot of the same things.
So is
that
she a
this-
rapper or a singer?
rapper?
Oh,
She got
okay.
bars
Okay.
for sure.
Got it. Okay.
Is that my boy from Mouth and Out podcast right there, bro?
Oh, you stupid, bro. That boy. That boy 80.
Oh, yeah,
That's my boy Adrian. That's my boy Adrian right there.
Boy
shit.
Adrian.
I can't tell if you capping or not.
No,
He kind of look like him, though. He
does
looks
kinda look like
similar.
him.
I can't tell. Oh, okay.
He looks similar, bro.
Okay, all right. I see. Okay, all right. I
dope,
do
for
remember there was some crazy flicks of her. I don't know if it was the Met or the Grammys or what, but she pulled up and she was like,
She was going crazy.
she was looking. The fit was
Yeah.
Not a lot of
That's
material.
thing.
The
That's
fit was
thing.
fitting.
Yeah.
did not
The
require
fit
a
was
lot of
fitting.
material.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you got to look past some of that. Yeah, for me, I just look at the artistry. You know
Yeah.
what you putting out. You know, as far as the music, and
Yeah,
she got that, man.
That's
She
how.
got
That's
that
the way I deal with R. Kelly and you know
Yeah.
Chris Brown, all those allegations
Wait,
and
whoa,
whatnot.
whoa.
He said,
What's
"Paul,
up?
time
Yeah,
out.
hold on. What's up with
Flag
my
on
boy
the
Chris
play."
Brown, bro?
Well, you know the whole Rihanna situation, and then
Yeah.
you know ladies is talking
Listen,
about.
bro, ain't nobody here.
Ladies was
Listen.
talking about how he, you know, beat on a couple other chicks and all that. I don't know. It's alleged. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but all I know is there's something in this liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's one of my favorite tracks by him, man.
thank
Crazy
you.
work.
Thank
Crazy
you. That's
work.
that
Crazy
joint, bro.
work.
I think that's like
First
my
time I
top
heard it, I was
10.
like, "Oh my goodness."
That's like one of my top 10 favorite breezy tracks right there.
That is a good one.
It's a great one.
That is
So,
good.
Especially
got a lot
when
of
with the
them.
shorty, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Something
what?
that's
You
liquor.
play that?
Yeah, man.
You good. Like, just throw that on. You straight, my boy.
Oh yeah,
going.
oh yeah,
Crazy.
Shout that out.
Yeah.
Man, well, how'd you get into music, bro?
Man, so I've been really around music my whole life.
Yeah.
To be honest, so I had what's called perfect pitch. So I inherited that from my mom. So essentially, it's when you're pretty much able to pick out any note, scale, whatever,
Oh,
and be
dang.
able to call it out. Yeah. So
That's
my
dope.
grandma saw that pretty early at a young age for me, around 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, my grandma was a music teacher down in North Carolina. So I'm from DC, but I used to go down to Raleigh, North Carolina every summer.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how I matriculated down here. But really every summer, she would have me on that piano. It's like, hey, you ain't leaving, you ain't going to play with your friends, you ain't riding that bike.
Yeah.
You ain't going
Yeah.
to go hoop until you learn this damn song.
Uh-huh.
That's dope.
That's fire though.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
dope.
she was real hard on me. I didn't really understand being so young. But as I got into 5th grade, 6th grade, I picked up the saxophone. And so, that's kind of what I play now, what I incorporate into my music as well. And so during that time, I was singing, rapping and writing music as well. So the whole time during elementary, middle, high school, I was writing music. I just never really put it out. But coming into like my adult life, really about 2-3 years ago, my music career, actually releasing music, was fueled by loss. So one of my younger fraternity brothers, he was an artist. And like I told him that I was doing music, that I was writing certain things, that I played sax. He was like, yo, let me hear it. Like, I want to hear it, man. Like, I want to see what you got. And so as I kind of shared that with him, he was like, yo, you got some real talent here. Like, you got something special. And so he was the one that really kind of brought that out of me and made me think about, man, maybe I really could do this. And so once I finally moved back to the Triangle, that's when I was in Charlotte at the time. Fortunately, he did pass away in a car accident. His name is George Hill.
Dang, sorry to hear that,
Yeah,
bro.
man, absolutely. He was only
man.
21.
Oh wow.
man.
Yeah, man. So once that happened, like God was talking to me, just through different dreams and just different signs that I was seeing. I was like, yo, you need to take this seriously. You've always had music in your life. I was a music minor at Chapel Hill. That's
Okay.
where I attended undergrad.
UNC Chapel?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I think we losing to Duke right now, but like, currently
UNC
right
Chapel?
now. Yeah.
Them Tar Heels.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
man.
losing to Duke right now.
I figured. So
Without Cooper Flag, fuck him.
that's what I'm saying. Without Cooper Flag.
You know what I'm saying?
But so that's what really kind of started that, and I told myself I'm gonna take this full force.
Yeah.
You know, like he really believed in me when nobody else did, and I felt like that was the best way to honor him.
Okay.
And you know, once I really saw I could really be good at this thing and release music and take it far, I just kept on going with it, and here we are today.
Hey man, shout that out, bro. For real.
Absolutely, man.
So you still doing what all genres are you doing right now?
Yeah, so I'm primarily a rapper. So
Okay.
I would say rap, R&B type of vibes first.
Okay.
And then I do like to incorporate the singing as well and the saxophone in there as well.
Yeah, because I see I see the sax up here. Look like you
Yeah.
were doing like the unplugged, you know what I'm saying? I was like, my boy up here with the sax.
Yeah. That's right.
Going crazy, bro. So
That's right, man.
this shit is dope too.
I appreciate it.
Oh, was that you and Common in that picture? No, I'm just playing. No, that dude had that beard look like Common a little bit.
So this is actually dope, bro.
This
So
is dope.
you doing your music, like the rapping portion and playing live sax on this too?
That's right.
That's fire, bro.
That's real fire.
That's fire, bro.
Where, and where was that at?
So that was in Atlanta.
That was-
so
I was in that
I got
background
invited.
going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
They had it all set up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was in a house.
That was a house.
Yes, I was like,
Yeah.
because they gave me the address, and then I was wondering why, because it was like, hey, like make sure you don't share this, like don't put this out to nobody.
Yeah.
Keep it discreet. So I'm like, okay, like this must be some like big venue or something crazy.
Right.
I pull up to a crib in Atlanta. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Was it a content house or was it somebody's crib they were living in?
but somebody's crib.
Okay,
Like, it's
all
straight.
right.
So then I walk in, I'm
Okay.
like, oh, like, cause I had seen the other videos in the
Yeah.
past and stuff. Then I walk in, I'm like, oh, like, oh, that's that. That's how did they do
Yeah,
all
that's
this
crazy,
in the damn
for real.
house, man? The camera, just everything was so set up well. So shout out to WeFam ATL.
Shout out to WeFam.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. They really put it on for the artists. You really helped me take things to the next level, get some eyes on me. So it was a great experience, and glad I got to do it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. How long
sure.
ago was that?
So that was January. Yeah,
January.
so
Oh,
Martin
recent.
Luther King
Okay.
weekend. Yeah,
Okay.
very
Okay.
recent. Yeah, so Martin Luther King weekend to be exact. I was trying to think about exactly when it was, but yeah, about 2 months ago now.
Okay.
That's fire.
And I appreciate it a lot, man.
So you were mentioning you had the album release coming up.
That's right, I do.
Yeah, talk about that, bro.
Yes. So very excited to announce right here. I haven't really put it out on Instagram or
go.
socials,
Exclusive.
anything like that.
And we be getting them exclusives, boy, for real, dog.
You feel me? I will be releasing my debut album on Saturday, May 3rd. And I'll be doing the album release party on May 2nd, here in Charlotte.
Nice.
The venue is still to be determined. That's actually why I'm here right now, because
Yeah.
I'll be visiting a few venues tomorrow
Okay.
to kind of establish where I want it to be and make sure the numbers are right and stuff like that. But I've been working on this for about a year now, and I'm super
That's dope.
excited for it. Really trying to put my all into it and show what I can really do.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my listeners and people that have heard my music, they only heard a taste of what I can do, whether it be from the rapping standpoint, from the R&B singing standpoint, from the sax standpoint.
Yeah.
This album is gonna showcase everything that I can do and just show like, hey man, I put my all into this and just my whole life story. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to like a great release.
Hell yeah, man. That's also the weekend Kendrick gonna be here too.
That's right.
Saturday.
Oh
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
The
That's
city
right.
gonna be
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's gonna be on
yes.
fire. You got DSqaured Friday, Kendrick Saturday. The
I'm
city,
trying to get there one day.
the
That's my
city
favorite
gonna be
rapper,
turned.
so-
Okay, all
I'm
right.
trying to get there one day,
yeah,
but
the city gonna be turned.
it all aligned really well because I had thought about doing it in the Raleigh Durham area. But when I thought about it, I was like, man, a lot of my
No, I was
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm crying. I thought about doing it there originally.
bro.
But
Shout out to the
you know,
Bull
a
City.
lot of my no, for sure. A lot of my fan base is over here. You
Yeah,
know,
I didn't,
this
I
is
didn't
where I
shout,
was
I didn't,
at.
hey, I didn't shout out Raleigh though. Bull City, you know what I'm saying?
That Durham Bull City, man, it's totally
Bull
different.
City.
But it's I was in Charlotte for 7 years, like I said, right out of graduation when I left Chapel Hill. So it felt only right to come
UNC
over here
Chapel
to
Hill?
Charlotte. Yeah, I think so. South Carolina.
Yeah, so I was you kind of alluded
Yes,
to it,
sir.
but I was going to ask you why here, why now? So why now are you deciding to release the album? Like, what is it? Anything special about this day, that weekend? I mean, is there anything on that front? And then you kind of answered the why here, the Charlotte question.
Yeah, so again, most of my fan base is here, and I just felt like the venues that I was looking for would be over. And kind of getting into what I was going off earlier with the Kendrick concert. A lot of people and my friends that are in Durham are going to already be here for
Okay,
the concert.
all right.
So when I told them about the release party, they're like, "Oh, bet, like, we'll come the day before. We'll just come on Friday and make a whole weekend out of it."
Okay.
So I
Shout out to
originally
people
planned
for
on
that.
doing it in
Yeah,
April.
that's dope.
So that was the original plan. So shoot, like 2-3 weeks from now, that was when I
Yeah.
originally planned on doing it. But I realized these albums take a lot of work, man. I don't think people realize that, and people that aren't in the industry, people that have made albums, they know. Yeah. But this album shit is a lot. Yeah. Like the mixing and mastering of the tracks, getting the beats, getting everything cleared, all the recording, making sure you had the bread for it. Yeah. All of that, it goes into it. So I had to really take a step back and realize, man, it's going to take a little bit more than I thought, because this is an album. This ain't no mixtape. Yeah. This ain't no EP or whatever. And this is really showcasing my entire life. So I have to make sure it looks the way I want it to look. Yeah. So, that brings us here.
So what's your approach to making music, especially going into this album? Like, how do you make music? Because you do so many different things with the instruments. You got the perfect pitch. It seems like
the perfect pitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your approach to making music?
Yeah, it depends on the vibe.
Can you just be playing the sax and then you get the feeling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, but from a general standpoint, the way I approach it is, I like to listen to the beat first. Okay. So that's actually one of my favorite things to do. As crazy as it sounds, just like sit down and listen to beats and see where it takes me and the feeling that I get from it. Yeah. And that's what I start out with first. And then just taking from a life experience that I can go off of. I don't really like to just do the cap rap or, pull up on some ops, just smoking on his gas. Yeah, that's what I call it, the cap rap. You feel me? Like, smoking. So I really try to think about, okay, like, where is this beat taking me? Yeah. So it could be some smooth stuff. It may be taking me to a calm point in my life where everything was cool. I was on the other side, or, maybe something more upbeat or whatever, whatever the case may be. But where is this really taking me when I sit down and think about it? And so that's how I determine whether I'm going to rap on it, whether I'm going to sing on it, whether I'm going to play on it. Okay. And it takes me on a different journey every single time. So I really just like to go off of the vibes, and that's what art and music is all about. Just going off of what you feel instead of, and that's the difference. You hear like art versus science. The science is more like facts. Like, this is what it is. Like, art is not like that.
Thinking and planning it out. Exactly. It's like, bro, don't overthink it. I mean, put some effort behind it, bro. Have a game plan, but don't overthink it.
Don't complicate it.
Exactly. And I just recently learned that, actually. I got I'm fortunate to have a lot of people that have been doing this for a while around me that have been able to, instill a lot of knowledge in me. And that was a common thing that they all said. And it was, don't try to overthink it. Don't go too much into it that you lose yourself. And so, yes, you want to be intentional. Yes, you want to have a process about it and be deliberate. Right. But at the same time, don't overthink shit. Have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Yeah. When you put out art, it's having fun and expressing yourself. Fun. Yeah. Exactly. Like, you're supposed to express yourself and express how you're feeling. Yeah. And that's how I approach my music now. And that was not always the case. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I'm always interested in how artists approach music. And I don't think we've had anybody, or if I've even really talked to anybody that can play an instrument and do like rap, R&B, singing kind of stuff. So it is kind of interesting that you get in there and you listen to a beat and you don't, like, you might end up rapping over it, you might end up singing over it, or you might end up just riffing over it with the sax. Like, that's kind of crazy when you go into a studio session to be able to do all of that, bro.
Or it could be all three.
Or all three.
That's what I'm saying. On an album like that, where I'm doing all three legit. And it depends on where it takes me, like I said, because what's cool about the horn and the sax too is I can let that sing for me. Yeah. So if there's maybe a certain register that I can't hit, I got kind of a deep voice. Yeah. So like I may not be able to hit that, or I can put more emotion or feeling into it. Yeah. That's what I'll do.
Man, that's kind of crazy. Do you play the sax on stage at all?
Oh yeah, not all the time for sure. So I took a brief
break.
Were
you doing performances?
Yeah. So
that's nasty work, bro. You a demon, bro.
I've never heard of this combination. That's a crazy combo. You rap, sing, and play in the sax all at once. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
You a demon on stage, bro. Don't take your girl to this man's show.
Right. Yeah. Don't leave your girl around DSqaured. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. I can't control them. Nah, man, but
that's funny.
Yeah, like and that's kind of what I've been hearing, like fortunately, because that was one thing that I wanted to do going into this music thing was I didn't want to sound like everybody else. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing.
Right. And you definitely not doing what everybody else is doing, dog.
Yeah, like that was the goal, man. And like going into like different open mics, starting out over here in Charlotte, like Raleigh, Durham. Yeah, everybody was rappers. We might have 20, 30 artists. Everybody's rapping, and they were dope. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of dope talent.
It's a
But
different.
the
it's a
moment
different
I brought
vibe.
that horn out, everybody,
Yeah.
all eyes,
Right.
They're
Yeah.
just looking like, wonder what I'm gonna do. And
A horn
after
can
I'm
control the
performing,
room, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Powerful,
I didn't really
powerful
realize that
instrument, yeah.
until I started this music thing and really
Yeah.
started taking the rap thing seriously and
Mm-hmm.
bringing it to that environment. Because like people, you're right, like people really do like gravitate towards it. So like after the fact, people are just like mesmerized by it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I was just, this was really nothing.
No, that's really dope, man. And plus, that could put you in like some other different spots as well, not just doing rap shows. You could pull up at a jazz club, you know what I'm saying, and just do your jazz thing probably too. You know, just with the sax itself, you know what I'm saying. Like you could probably do a lot of that too. You know, it puts
Yeah.
you in like different, you know, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but you know what I'm saying. It puts you in different
Yeah, like
demographics.
we call them,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
different
yeah.
rooms,
Mhm.
like
Different
the
demographics.
gigs,
Yeah.
you know, that's what we
Yeah,
call
yeah,
them.
yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, I've actually been blessed with some opportunities like that.
Yeah.
Because of that, you know, going to different events, and
Mm-hmm.
I had songs where I just played on them, and I've had people come, hey, like, I want you to play at this event, or you know, I'll be playing at a few weddings coming up soon. So
That's
That's
fire.
dope. Yeah, that's
right?
real dope.
You know, so like being able to have that versatility there, like it's really, really cool to see where it's been taking me. So what's also dope is, and I was kind of alluding to this earlier, but I had stopped for a while when I graduated from school because I was living in apartment buildings. And so
Yeah,
those
you can't be
saxes
playing
get-
the
Yeah,
horn.
hard to get your shit off with a
Yes.
damn apartment.
Can't do it.
I don't know though, bro. I don't know, bro. If homie playing the horn above me, I might have to let him get his shit off, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I might
yeah.
have to, you know what I'm saying? Let him serenade
Yeah,
my
yeah,
shorty
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Girls like,
yeah,
"Oh, girl."
Hey, girl, what you got going on tonight?
Those
Trying to pull
different
up.
demographics, if you will. though.
Yeah,
It's
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to pull up, girl.
They don't all like that.
Got a
They
live,
don't all
got a
I'm about to call
live
you.
jazz concert at the house. and
Yeah.
shit,
Feel me.
you know what I'm
Might have to
Tune
hit my
in.
boy, hey yo, DSqaured, yo. I got a slim piece pulling up tonight. If you trying to get on
Feel
that
me.
horn later
Right.
on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I ain't doing nothing. Yo, y'all killing me with these sound effects, man. But no, like you're absolutely right. And you know, like for a long time, I was just feeling like, man, I don't want to disturb nobody. You know, I'm just trying to keep
Yeah.
the peace here.
Yeah.
And so it's funny, like just recently, like I was just coming out of the house one day, you know, just going to the gas station real quick. My next door neighbor's like, hey, yo, like real quick, maybe you mind if I talk to you? I'm like, yeah, like everything all right? Like we good? And so he was like, do you play like an instrument or something? Like you play the sax? Or like, it sounds like a sax. So I was like, yeah, I do. Like
Yeah.
I'm just practicing, trying to get right. He was like, hey, man, I think it sounds amazing. Like anytime you want to practice, anytime you want to do what you do, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's dope.
What?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I've been
right
waiting years to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I finally have been able to practice after all of this time and play when I want to, because back at school, that was all free. We just go into the practice rooms at the music hall
Yeah,
and
just
do what
get
we
your
got to
shit
do.
off. Yeah.
Exactly. So hearing that, man, that took things to the next level, and I could practice whenever I want to, and just having the mind that I have now, being 30 years old, you know, like combining all of that, man, I feel like I'm really elevating as a player and as a musician as well on that sax specifically. So just excited for what's to come and show what I can really, really do, because it's a lot that comes from up here, going from elementary, middle, high school, the jazz training that I have, being in the jazz band at UNC. I'm in the back
you
in
was in
all
the
of
jazz
the.
band?
That's
Oh,
right.
shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to see Chapel Hill?
That's right. Forgot. Like, it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, man, that's cool though, cause I listen to like kind of like folk music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I listen to some folk.
That's
and
dope, bro.
It's cool though, because sometimes they'll sing and then they riff with like a harmonica, which is kind of like a saxophone. It's kind of like a hillbilly saxophone. Or something.
Yeah.
Ain't got no buttons.
Yeah.
It's funny you mention harmonica, bro, because I got a homeboy. I used to do shows with him from time to time. You know what I'm saying? How about my boy Dave? You know what I'm saying?
I can't say.
wrong
Oh
button.
shoot,
Wrong
Dave,
button.
Dave is a you know whoish.
Huh?
I'm about to say Dave is a you know whoish.
Yeah,
bro?
no.
Hey,
But he goes by the name of Phonetic.
Dave
you know what I'm saying?
Weinstein?
That's his music name,
Okay,
Phonetic.
alright.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, it wasn't a harmonica. My bad. It was a kazoo. I'm tripping.
What is a kazoo?
Yeah, he played the kazoo.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The little. Yeah,
I was
you
thinking
seen it.
harmonica,
Yeah, as
but
soon
it's
as you see
kazoo.
it, you
I had
gonna
my
know.
shit all mixed up. The drink
Yeah,
got
I already
me.
knew.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, that
Okay.
shit.
yeah.
The drink got me, y'all. My bad.
Well, this is kind of like a harmonica though, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hell
Yeah,
nah.
he played the kazoo like a motherfucker,
Hell
bro.
nah.
But yeah, it's,
That ain't nothing like no damn harmonica.
Yeah, bro. I had my shit mixed up, dog.
is,
My
this even,
fault.
is this even a real instrument or is it like a?
I don't even know, bro.
That's a good. It has to be, because it
Yeah,
got
you
me some
think it
dope
is?
ass kazoo players out there.
Yeah, bro.
It's
I
gotta
see a.
be.
He's one of them, for real. That motherfucker be going at damn
go
kazoo,
crazy.
bro.
It's like a single note harmonica, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And you can kind of use, like, I don't even want to say what I'm about to say because I already know what you're going. Like, you know what?
Wait, no, go ahead. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah.
No, harmonicas are dope though. But I had two different things.
Yeah.
Completely intertwined. My bad.
Harmonicas are dope. It's definitely like a
that's that
more country ass version of like a horn though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so where I was going with it is it's dope to see them kind of riffing with the harmonica, going back and forth singing. So for you to incorporate that into like hip hop R&B is super dope to be playing an instrument on stage. That way you can kind of go back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and play off your own stuff.
Exactly. And it leaves me a lot more that I can do and ways that I can express myself as well, because a lot of times when you hear the saxophone in a hip hop rap, because that is common.
Yeah.
You hear it in the beat. You know what I mean? Like you hear it like in the harmony or in the background, something like that, but you don't hear it up front and center. And, you know, going from boop, you know, to sax, boop, back to rapping is usually somebody else that's accompanying them with. So that's kind of how I looked at it as far as the approach and what I wanted to do for my music. Because I'm like, hey, man, I can do all of this.
Yeah,
like,
like
why
a lot
not?
of like 90s songs, 90s rap had the saxophone in the beat as well, you know what I'm saying? There's one in particular that stands out.
That Reminisce joint?
Yeah,
you remember
bro.
that?
That's the one that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly,
that's lit right there.
That
You know
is
what
very
I'm
true.
NBA Street Volume 2.
saying? Yeah, bro. Hey.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's exactly the one I was about to bring up, man. That's crazy. I love that song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
me
a
too.
classic.
Joint dope, man.
I think they had that joint on like 2K14 or 2K15.
Yeah,
one of them
yeah,
2Ks,
one of them
bro.
joints. Yeah, bro.
Because when they came on, I was up, bro. I was.
Hold up.
I ain't even trying to.
I
I ain't even
was-
I don't
trying
want
to
to play that
Yeah,
game no
that's what
more.
I'm
So
saying.
I was like,
When they reminisce over you, my God. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. A lot of saxophone. Nas had a lot of saxophones in his damn
oh, yeah.
shit too. You know what I'm saying?
lot.
I'm trying to think of a song
Yeah.
in particular, but the late '90s hip hop, that golden age, they always had the saxophone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
going, bro.
It seems like Jay did too.
Yep.
Matter of fact, does this sample that song "Heart of the City"?
Heart of the City. I think
Does it sample?
ain't no.
Y'all heard that Rock Boy
in the
song?
heart of the city.
Yeah. Does
that
it have
one?
I don't know if it has a sax in it or if I'm just thinking because it was
Yeah.
when they did the MTV Unplugged, it was live.
Oh yeah,
So
the Rock Boys.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, bro. That joint dope.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know which one that is.
Oh, yeah, you want me to hit
I'll
it?
probably recognize it. Yeah,
You
I'll
know,
put
you
it.
gotta
Yeah.
know that. That's like a classic.
Yeah,
That
I'ma
Rock
hit it
Boys is
for
a
you.
classic.
But
man.
playing instruments on stage is dope though. And after seeing so many hip hop artists on Tiny Desk, I believe that music should be played live only over like a live band. You know what I
Agreed.
mean?
This joint.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it's
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of the
I know you-
classics.
I know you
man.
know this
Like,
joint.
Yeah.
Hey, fair use only, Jay. Don't hit us with a
Yeah,
copy.
turn that shit off. bro.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
don't. We just trying to have some
Yeah,
good
turn
vibes
that
and
shit
conversation
off.
right now, brother. That's
Jay,
it, man. That's
bro,
it. We ain't mean no harm.
You up a couple Billy, bro.
Right.
Calm down on the copyrights, bro.
I
get
turn
it,
that
but,
shit
hey.
off. That's hilarious.
So what's have you released any of the information about the album?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I don't want to get.
Glad
I don't
y'all-
want to get too much into
Oh
it.
no,
but-
you good. No. Like this is perfect timing right now. This
Okay.
is exactly when I want to start the rollout process
Okay,
and the
all right.
promotion process. So I actually have the first single from the
a
album
bomb
coming
to
next
that.
Friday on March 21st. It's called
Okay.
Like Damn with my guy Nucci Bovice. He's located in Charlotte.
Okay.
And that joint about to go crazy, man. It's a Detroit Midwest type of vibe.
Okay.
And I felt like that was the perfect way to bring in what I'm trying to do with the album.
I like
So,
how you incorporating Charlotte artists too, man.
Oh, absolutely,
saying?
absolutely, man. Like,
Yeah.
I got a lot of love for the city of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's where I turned into an adult and a real man. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I was a grown man in college
Yeah,
and
yeah, for
undergrad,
sure.
but that's when I really got to
It's different when you're on your
experience
own.
life.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
listen, listen. That's the biggest thing that I can tell anybody in they like early 20s, mid 20s, whatever, is you're gonna have to go through it yourself. It's gonna be a point where nobody can save you. And I
them
learned
bills
that
hit.
in Charlotte.
Especially if
month.
you a man. Ain't no one,
Ooh, I'm
ain't no
telling
one there
you.
to save your ass. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
telling you,
Unless you
man.
got a rich daddy or some shit. Like,
Feel me?
Yeah.
And
You know
even
what I'm
that, man,
saying?
some of them rich daddies be like, hey, man, you got to learn the hard
Right,
way.
right,
It's
that's
gonna
true,
be
too.
Some of them will
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
you to the curb.
that's true.
So,
bro,
yeah, man.
Yeah, that would be me, bro.
Nah, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
He
man.
said that would be me, bro.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, dog, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, dog. like 21, 22 max, bro.
Max.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
But
bro,
you know-
I'm gonna be like, fam.
It's crazy. I was with my barber earlier, man, and he was talking about parents. You know, he just had a kid,
Yeah.
Okay.
baby and whatnot, man. Shout out that boy Tristan, man.
Shout out,
yeah,
man.
shout out
Shout out
to
to Tristan.
Tristan.
I don't know you, but shout out Tristan.
Yeah, that's the homie, man.
Okay,
for real.
okay.
Good dude right there, man. But he was like, you know, once you become a parent, dog, it don't just stop at 18. You a parent for life.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was
That's
like,
right.
you know what? That's a great ass point because my mom still be looking out for my
Yeah,
ass, and I'm
yeah.
42. You know
That's
what I'm
facts.
saying?
Wow,
That's facts.
42.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I'll be 40. I'll be 43 in like 2 weeks.
Damn, hey, you look good, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely,
you, man.
absolutely.
Appreciate
Birthday,
you know what I'm saying?
birthday is coming though.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't celebrate it no more, but you know, I might have a
Hey,
drink or
nah,
something.
we celebrate this year. We celebrate this year.
I'm gonna have a
Fuck
drink
that.
with my boy Goose though.
Fuck
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
Yeah,
saying?
we gonna go up. We gonna go up.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it
Okay.
up with my boy, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm at the point now where it's just another day for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna get through, do what I do, rock with my boy, do OnTheRoxxx where we give it to you straight, no chase, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
Like
love it, man. Y'all doing
that's
great
what,
shit
that's
over
all I
here,
want to do, man.
I love it.
Live my
dog.
life. Just another day to me, but I'm glad to still be here doing what we do. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man.
You
You
and
gotta
cool cats
celebrate
like you.
though, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, hey,
I don't know. I might.
life is
I
a
might.
great thing.
I say the
might-
same thing, bro. I'm like, yo, go up a
Yeah,
little bit.
I might,
You ain't gotta
man.
make a big deal. Now,
Oh, like, not a big deal.
yeah, I don't make it a big
Because
deal.
you know, I done had some big deal celebrations and shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. So you
That's
been
what
there,
I'm
done
yeah,
that. Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
done had some big
Okay.
deals. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know.
Yeah, it has.
cool.
I've been with you over there on a couple that.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely-
Oh man,
We definitely went up.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Crazy style. You know what I'm saying?
we've been out here.
Yeah, we've been out here, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate you saying that, man. I just like to take care of myself, drink
for
water,
sure.
drink liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know that's right, brother. I'm with you on that.
not always in that order.
Drink to
too,
that.
you
Right.
know
Now,
what I mean?
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So about the album.
Yes.
Yeah, back to the
Yeah.
album, man.
With the whole rollout. You got the single coming out.
That's
Said
right.
it's like a Midwestern Detroit. What is that? What do you mean by that? 'Cause
Yeah. So
when you say that, bro, I start thinking about 42 Doug and T Grizzly, bro.
exactly.
T
Yes.
Grizzly,
You
got
ever
that
heard of
T Grizz-
Babyface Ray?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
so like
Shout
that
out
type of like
Babyface
doom,
Ray.
Yeah.
doom, like
Okay.
that type of vibe in the bass, you know, like, and honestly, a lot of people don't know, like, that Detroit vibe actually originated from like the West Coast and Cali. It's very similar to that as well. So that's the type of vibe that you get from it. And I love that type of music. And as soon as I heard that beat, I was like, oh yeah, like this, and it
Had
just
to do
came.
it.
That just goes back to the process.
Yeah.
Because you could have never told me that I'd be rapping on a damn like Detroit Midwest style beat. But as soon as I heard it, I was like,
dope,
hey, bro, like, I know exactly how I want to do this.
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah.
And we just kind of went from there. And so
That perfect pitch.
when I heard it, yeah,
That perfect.
there you
Yeah,
go.
perfect
Yeah, as soon as
pitch,
I
you
heard,
know
I'm
what
like,
I'm
yo, this is the perfect way to start it off.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be a taste of what's to come.
Hell
So yeah, like that's kind of how that came about, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I've already kind of played it for the guys and the people that are close to me, and nothing but good feedback.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting to kind of put it out on the socials and for the general public to hear,
Yeah.
you all as well.
Hey,
And
shout that
go
out.
crazy on it,
Yeah.
I'm ready to run it up.
Yeah, man.
man. Thank y'all, bro.
Hey, I was gonna say too, man. I don't know if you want to discuss this on or off cam, but
what's
you
up?
had mentioned OTR possibly making an appearance at the album release. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I am very serious about that, and I would love to have you on there. Would love to
OTR
have
in
you
the
there. A
building.
lot
Yeah,
of people don't
yeah.
know. Like, they actually came over to the Triangle and did a few episodes. I think my mic sounds nice.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. Yeah.
Shout that boy J Dub,
Shout
my
out, man.
homeboy.
Shout out, man.
We didn't
He
even
showed
get into
nothing
how
but
we
love.
met you.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly, man.
Yeah.
So, like just being out there, man, like meeting guys like y'all, and like hearing the vibes and see what y'all are on IG as well. I knew that I wanted y'all there as well, and I know my people that are there are gonna vibe with y'all as well. So I was like, oh yeah, this is a no brainer.
LTR in the
Appreciate
building.
Go on, bring the damn vibes, like that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up, show up, and show out.
Cannot
You
wait,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
Cannot wait.
That's
It's
gonna be
going to
lit.
be a time.
Yeah, very lit.
I just didn't expect all of the excitement and the energy
Yeah.
around it either.
Yeah,
So I'm
man.
just thinking, okay, cool. Like, because I mean, when I first tell people I do music, I guess I don't look like the guy that does music or whatever. I don't know what that means.
You know what's
but, I mean,
crazy,
it's-
man?
yeah.
When I told people I did music back when I was doing it, they'd be like, "You motherfucker!" Like, yes,
Right,
me,
right.
motherfucker.
Yeah, so they
Like,
looking at you like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
and you start pulling out videos like, "Oh shit, he out there rocking
Yes,
crowds
yes.
and shit." You know,
Really
like,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Really
Exactly.
doing it.
Really doing it. You know what I'm
So they
saying?
finally look up like, oh, like the whole energy change.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's always kind of satisfying for me though. Like I said, like, hey man, I tried to tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
I told y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I mean? That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So I cannot wait to have y'all. I know it's going to be a great time and just the energy around it. And a lot of people don't realize too is that dropping an album, that's a big life milestone.
It is.
It's huge.
It is.
Like it's
Whole lot of
all
work
of your
going
work. If you just half-ass an album, you're gonna see real quick. Like damn, like maybe it's a lot. Like I said, it's a big investment. It's a time investment, money investment as well. So no, for real.
Yeah.
So, it's like I heard that sound about
That's what it's gonna be like if you half-ass that shit.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna get out what you put into it.
Yeah, that's facts.
So that's how I'm approaching it. I'm approaching like, hey man, I'm trying to change my life with this. I'm trying to change other people's lives, and that's why I even got into music, is to inspire and uplift people through that, because music is very powerful when it comes to those types of things.
This is true.
Yeah, so like I'm just, I've been working on this for about a year now, so having y'all a part of it with OnTheRoxxx, man,
Bro,
What's the name of that?
crazy collab. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what I want to call it just yet, but
You don't have to. You ain't got to give it up.
I ain't gonna give y'all too much.
yeah,
I already
yeah.
gave y'all too
Yeah,
much.
you gave
I
just
gave y'all a
enough
little
what they
bit too
need.
much.
I was
You
just-
know what? I ain't even going.
I was just trying to see what the vibe was. I was trying to see where you were going to take us. I'm real big on like album names and artwork. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's
man
why I
got
went
the wall. He got the
Yeah,
wall
bro.
at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I got a whole like vinyl wall.
Yeah, that
the
shit
whole
go-
wall is it's covered in vinyls.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, so
that shit fire.
bruh, which is why when bruh, somebody drops an album with like some bullshit artwork, it's like bruh, like what we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of killing the vibe for me, bruh. You know what I mean? I'll still listen to it, check it out. It's gonna be some tracks, but
Yeah.
bruh, I don't know. I'm pretty attached to like the artwork and in the name of projects. So that's why I was just curious about it. But if it's not done, I don't want you to release it. You know
Now
I'm
here's
saying?
what I
keep
can
it under
say.
wraps.
That's one of my favorite songs. That's one of my favorite songs. I used to play the fuck out that damn Wii.
Oh yeah, man,
And I
that we
used to
be
just
going,
sitting
dog.
there,
Yeah,
sitting there,
yeah.
listen to something like, hold up.
Bruh said, yeah, bro about to pull the sax out and riff over it.
Right, hold up, I'm about to play
That
some shit.
Wii lounge, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're about to.
You know what I'm saying? You know what would have been crazy?
Fucking solo on that motherfucker.
It would have been crazy if you pulled it with the sax, dog.
Damn. I didn't even think of it. I probably should have.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll
be
do
honest,
another,
had the sax so
another
crazy,
episode. We'll do that. You know what I'm saying?
We got more to come, man.
Yeah,
We
for
got
sure.
more to
This
come
ain't,
for
hey,
that.
this ain't the last one. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell y'all what. Here's
This
what I
the
will
first
do.
one.
Here's what I will do. I can tell you all kind of what the album is going to be based around, and you know what it will kind of cover.
Okay.
And what I wanted to highlight is the different points that I was at in my life and what
All right.
got me to today. And a lot of the trauma that I went through when I was a kid, my parents divorced, like, you know what I'm saying, all of that manifested into how I acted when I got older, going into college and my early 20s, things like that.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I didn't
yeah.
realize that. I didn't understand that at the time. And so, like, looking back on it as a grown-ass man, you know, like late 20s, 30, I'm like, whoa, that really affected me. And I was like, yeah, I'm putting this into the music. And so not only those things, but where I'm at now, because that has changed a lot. Just the way I interact with people, the way I approach certain situations, just everything. So putting myself in those different mindsets and, you know, really going back to 98, 2005, 2012, I think that's really going to resonate with the listeners and the people that are checking out my album as well. Going from that point when I was a kid, middle school, all the way up to where I'm at now.
So are you giving us a timeline? Is it kind of like
Basically.
a timeline?
I like the way you put that.
I don't want to say milestones, but what's a better word for milestone? Because milestone, talking about your trauma and saying
No, I mean,
milestones
you put
would
it
be
perfectly.
insane.
Yeah, no, you're right. 'Cause I mean, you got
Yeah,
milestones within the timeline as well.
There's a better word for it. Though. It starts with a C. On a timeline. It's called I can't think of it. But anyhow,
I know what you're getting at, though. I know exactly
source.
what you're trying to get at.
The source.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Let's hit the source.
Hey, but y'all been researching the fuck out of shit, man. It's like,
Oh yeah. We all
look that
about
motherfucker
that.
up. But no, I think you, man, shit. Yeah, you might
maybe
be
like
onto
a
something,
catalyst.
man.
It's
You
like
might be on to something low key.
Catalyst is like a kickoff. But anyhow, on your timeline, this is like a visiting core, like memories that
Yes.
kind of set you on a path. Sounds like kind of set you on.
Chronology. chronology.
Yeah. So it's like in
Yeah.
chronological order.
Yeah, chronological.
Kind of, sort of. You
I
on the
fucked
right
that up
track.
because I'm drinking.
Yeah. My boy said chronological. What did you say, bro? Chronology.
Chronology.
Bro, like, what
Chronology.
what was that? Like,
Chronological.
Yeah. So is it
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to take too much away from it, but what is it when you hit these certain markers?
Mm-hmm.
Is it all like based on like what are the events based on? I don't want to give you a leading question.
You good, man. Just like the real life events. So, like for example,
Is it
like,
good? Is it like good and bad, or
yes.
is it okay?
So it starts out kind of so, and that'll kind of paint the picture for you as well. So
Okay.
it starts out kind of on the bad side.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the production, what I'm talking about is very dark. You know, I'm talking about these times in my life, like I said, with the divorce, like kind of how I was acting off of that as a child. Like kind of go into toxic masculinity as well, and how that manifested and how I was affected off of that. And then we kind of go into more of, okay, like here's where I'm celebrating. I got a song on there called Celebration.
Okay.
Where it's like, hey, I've been through all of this, and you know, here's where I'm at now. Here's what I learned from this, and here's how I want to move forward based off of that. And then it's also kind of in the middle of kind of that turning point, if you will. So I have a track on there called No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Okay.
So that's kind of where it's like, all right, cool. Like I was traumatized. I was going through these things. And because of that, I had a lot of very toxic, like people pleasing type of behavior. And that's usually what you see from those type of people.
Yeah,
like, there's
yeah.
usually a lot of trauma and a lot of, like mental anguish that comes from that. To where I'm like, nah, I ain't doing none of that.
That's where you start wilding.
Being a
out
nice person and being a kind person ain't the same thing.
Yeah.
there. Okay.
You know,
I like that.
So yeah,
I like that.
it
Yeah.
ain't the same thing.
Yeah.
And so like a lot of people, like they call themselves good people, doing what everybody wants them to do. And if you ask me, man, that's the weakest thing you can do. Like going off of what everybody tells you to do, or what you think that they would like. Nah, I'm doing this for me. So that's kind of where that turning point is as well. And have y'all ever heard of like method acting? Have you ever heard of that term before?
Man, I've heard of the term. I honestly don't know what it means.
Yeah, so basically, like with those actors and in the movies, and like and that's also art as well.
Yeah,
they're basically putting themselves in the mind of that person and doing what they would do.
Yeah, so this is like Jim Carrey.
So like Heath Ledger did with the
Ledger.
Joker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally
Okay.
what he did.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? He was
yeah.
like put himself.
That shit
like, he
drove
was
him
putting
crazy.
his-
Yeah. That's
Literally,
Yeah.
I ain't at the point, but like,
Yeah, I'm about to say, don't go Heath Ledger on us, my boy.
no. But
Don't do
Christian
that.
Bale, I've heard the same thing with him. Like,
Yeah.
bro, these guys get so attached to the role.
Like
Yes.
your boy
They walk around like-
Skarsgård that did Pennywise. He did the
Yup.
same type of deal.
Okay, all right.
Like to the point where like
Yeah, bro.
he I think they said it like drove him a little crazy, so he had to step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, from the role for a little bit. You know what I'm saying, but it's
Yeah.
that type of deal.
Nah,
Yeah.
for sure, man. So it definitely kind of, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it kind of made me a little bit uneasy because I was thinking about things and putting myself in spaces that I haven't been in so long.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
especially today. Like, does it bring
Yeah.
does it bring us all the way to current day?
Yes. it
Yeah,
does.
which is
So
wild,
That's where
though.
the end of the
Yeah.
album takes us, is where I'm at right now.
So that definitely is wild because, I mean, just based on what I know about you, it seems like you have created a great life for yourself. So
I would like to say so, man.
purposely
Like,
putting yourself back in those situations is kind of crazy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like to
Crazy.
really put yourself back in that situation, get in that mental
Yes.
frame when you've created such a great life for yourself is like, I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta do it for the art, but it's like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but it's
You gotta do it for the gram.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
knew
I'm
that
saying?
was
like,
what it was
damn,
going to
bro.
take, though.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that's what it was going to take to really bring out the best in me.
Yeah.
You know, like, for that art. And I kind of told myself at the time, like, hey, man, like, this is just temporary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just
for
taking
sure.
myself back. Anyway, we got to bounce back. So when I was smoking, like at the time, like, you know,
Shout out to the smokers.
Shout out to the smokers out there. Like, when I was smoking, you know,
tobacco.
Yeah, of
Wacky
course.
tobacco.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Wacky tobacco.
Of course. Yeah. That'll kind of bring
Wacky
me back,
tobacco.
if you will. That'll bring me back.
Yeah.
You know, like into
Yeah.
that space. Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. And then let me mellow out. Or even just drink it. You know what I mean? Like, that'll bring me back.
Shout out to the drinkers.
Not
Yeah, yeah.
necessarily, you know, like a great thing all the time, but yeah, like, you know what I mean? You're absolutely right. Like when you say that, like, definitely took me to some dark places that I told myself before that I would never go back to. But honestly, man, people are going to hear it. I think that really brought the best out of me when it came to creating those tracks and, you know, kind of bringing me to the mindset that I'm in now.
Yeah. Have you don't have to answer it if you
Yeah, you
if
good,
it's
bro.
too
You
deep.
good. Yeah.
Have you ever done any therapy?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have, man. I have. So, you know, and I can say this, I could be transparent, man. I actually did struggle with depression back in
Okay.
2020, and that's something that I visit on the album as well.
Okay.
And I had no fucking idea what was happening. at the time. And then what I also didn't realize was I was growing through it at a time and I didn't even know. Like when I was in college.
Oh shit! So you
like I was just
you were
when I
depressed,
looked
but
back,
you
I
were
was like, shit, I didn't know. Like I was exhibiting all of the signs, like my mental was there, but I wasn't talking to anybody. So I was just thinking, oh, okay, like this is normal. I'll get over it, like whatever. But once I really started seeing the physical changes, like in the COVID times, and I feel like a lot of people kind of, like were suffering through that during that
lockdown
time.
did a lot of motherfuckers dirty,
Man,
bro.
listen,
That lockdown exposed a lot, bro. Yeah.
Woo, that thing exposed a lot.
Yeah. It was
So
crazy
that was
too.
the first time. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. I ain't
No,
mean to
you good, bro.
But I was actually doing therapy around that time, 2020 time too. Not for what you were going through, of course, but like some other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, for sure.
I get that, man.
Yeah, man. So, just like going through that at the time, man, like, I think what really did it for me was like the physical changes.
Yeah.
Like I was dropping so much weight, man. Like, it was just literally my
gaining.
body. Like I could feel it in my body, man. And so like once my wife now, she was my girl at the time.
Okay.
And like once she was like, yo, like I think you like really need to talk to somebody and see somebody. Like that's when I knew, because I knew that the way I was thinking was not normal.
Yeah.
From where I was at, like previously, man. Like I was not in the right headspace, didn't want to talk to nobody. Like the things that used to bring me joy, weren't doing it for me anymore. Like everything was just a negative mindset. And so that's when I really had to just, really step up and be like, hey, like I need some help with this. I can't do this alone. And for anybody out there that may be struggling with mental health or going through some things, you're actually strong for going to see somebody and going to talk to somebody and get some help for it. That does not make you weak, because it takes a lot of strength to be able to admit that and say, hey, I do need help. So that was the best thing I could have ever done. I was here in Charlotte at the time. That was the best thing I could have ever done, because it changed my mindset and the way that I think about things, the way that I process it, and realize it's gonna be a fight. You got to fight and scrap every single day. If you just kind of sit back and give up and just let it happen, it's gonna take you over.
Yeah.
At some point.
If you don't even know what the cues, the signs are.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then by the time you recognize it, it's already on top of you.
Right.
For sure, man. So just all
Fighting
the things and
uphill
learning
battle.
how to approach it. And like, luckily at the time, there was actually a program that was, able to provide free therapy for black men.
Okay.
And by other black men. So like that was huge, being able to talk to a black man about that understood what I was going through, that had been through that. And fortunately, man, I was able to overcome it. A lot of people are not able to do that. That's something that they deal with their whole lives, or maybe they don't want to get help, and that's something that they have to always deal with. But luckily for me, I was able to come back on the other side of that and be able to approach things in a healthy way. And sometimes I overthink, sometimes it likes to come back to me sometimes, but I now have those weapons, as my therapist used to call it, to be able to fight that storm and be able to have those tools to be able to combat that effectively.
Got the arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. That was something that really stuck with me during our sessions. It's like, man, you got to be prepared, man. Like, you got to go to war with yourself. So like
That's literally what it is. You're in your mind fighting yourself all day long. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta fight. You gotta scrap.
Yeah.
The 1% is better than no percent.
Hey,
Slow motion is better than no
that's
motion.
right. 1% better every day. And then what Stephen Cole says. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, bro. That's
bro.
it. Oh, you listen to him? He tough.
Yeah,
I like him.
Stephen
He yelling
Cole.
too damn much, but I fuck with him.
Yeah. Like, I don't watch him as much.
I'm like, yo, all right, bro. Like, I got it. Like,
I don't watch him as much as I used to,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? I
haven't
still
seen
shout
him in
him
a
out.
while.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
All them cats. I used to watch a lot of him, CGA. I don't watch him like I used to, but
yeah.
I still shout him out though. You know?
I still rock with CGA. I was watching Stephen Cole the other day, bro, and he had me in the chokehold in the video, bro.
What was he saying?
I don't even remember exactly what he was saying, but he was just like, y'all want to get y'all body right, but you can't stop eating the cookies, fat ass nigga.
Oh, yeah.
He stayed doing that shit.
Bro,
He's like,
we gonna get there.
bro was like, you trying to get abs, but you keep digging in the cookie package till it busts. You know what I'm
Literally,
saying?
bro, I haven't even seen that video, but that sounds like something you fucking say. Like,
That's some shit. Yeah,
It was something similar.
That sounds like something you would say for
It
sure.
was something like
the
that.
bus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, that boy, wow.
Yo, shout out to Stephen Cole. Shout out to CGA.
Shout out,
You
man,
know
shout
what, man? You kind of remind me of another dude. mediocre tutorials and reviews. Like you kind of look
You
similar.
just saying that because he light skinned?
No, I'm not.
With the curly hair and the
He
beard?
look like MTR a little bit, minus the glasses.
It's called mediocre tutorials and reviews.
Yeah,
Okay.
MTR.
I'm about to check it out, man. I love that type of stuff. Like the stuff y'all be on. You know, why I like that too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, man.
Let me see if I can find, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, find MTR real quick.
Man,
You kind of
if I look like him, if y'all trying to play with me, man, like, I would be mad, bro. Like, I would be sick.
bro. I'm real talk, man. Y'all kind of look similar.
You just got the.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all like,
Hell
a little bit.
Bro, I told you just light skin with a beard and curly hair.
Nah, man, y'all kind of got a similar
Yo,
nose.
MTR do look wild as hell in that photo.
Yeah. This ain't a.
man.
He looking kind of crazy, but I'm saying y'all, to me, y'all kind of look similar.
Hey,
That's
shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying.
Team Light Skin.
What
I'm
is like
always
18?
Nah, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna edit that out.
Shout out, man.
Nah, I've been.
He out here, man. I'm gonna make sure he don't.
Nah, I ain't mean nothing by that, bro. I'm just saying you kind of remind me of him,
I got
like
you, bro.
facially. You know what I'm saying? Like not a full. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah, you got to
look
swing
like
on him now, bro.
I got you though.
You got to swing for that.
At this point, bro. Like, and I'm like, hold up. Hell no.
No, I ain't mean
You
nothing
probably
by that.
no, you good, bro.
Nah,
I'm probably,
man.
I'm gonna check him out though. Like, you know, it sounds like he talks about some dope things. I'm
does.
always for that.
He does, man. He talks about real dope shit, man. And speaking of real dope shit too, bro, I wanted to ask, you got any like live shows or anything coming up? Like performances or
Let's see, coming up. Not at the moment. You know, I'm really just locked in on the album release at this point in time.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just really just trying to make sure I get my rollout right. So like March, February, you know, I did have, you know, a few things going on, but at this point, you know, I'm really just trying to lock into the creative process. I got one more song to record for the album. Yeah, and just the creative process as far as like the artwork, you know, the name. I really want to make sure all of that is thorough and also ready for release. So that's a huge thing as well, because you don't want to just have your album ready to go like a week before. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We talking like a month before.
Yeah, I was about to say you want to do like a month before. Yeah.
So really,
It needs to be
really
live
like
performance
8
ready.
weeks. Yeah, like it's like 8 weeks for real.
Okay.
And that's another element too. Getting ready for the album release party, rehearsing, you know, making sure that I can actually perform those tracks, because I mean I know them, I'm ready to go, I have them memorized, but being able to perform that in front of a crowd, that's a whole different ballgame. So I'm really trying to use this month and next month to do that, and I'll actually be recording the last song in Atlanta next weekend. So yeah. So I'm excited for that with my guy Gabe. Yeah, shout out to Gabe, man. So I'll be, you know, like recording that. He's gonna get me right on the recording, making sure I get the sound that I want. And I've been really liking the A like recently, man. Like I mean, I've always heard about the music scene and just the creative scene down there, but it is.
Did you do a bunch of the tracks from this album down there?
So no, I haven't, but I did do, like I said, like that last performance on IG, like that type of deal. Did that.
Okay.
You know, I actually recorded one of the other songs before that as well. So not like all of them, but a few of them.
Okay.
And you know, when I was in Charlotte, obviously I was able to just drive down there.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really making music at that point in time, but. And I was able to just go down there and meet certain people, and you know they did do music. So now that I'm doing that and in that space, you know, I'm able to link back up with them, and that's actually how I met the dude that I'm recording with now. So
okay, shout out
I'm
to
just
Gabe.
excited. Yeah, just shout out to him, man. I'm ready to just, you know, keep on getting better. You know, that's the thing with me. I'm always trying to improve. You know, that growth mindset. That's huge for me. You know, finding ways that I can learn from somebody to improve my craft.
Right now, where's your favorite music come from? Who do you think is on top, like region or state wise, and where's your favorite music come from?
Ooh, so like just in general, like just like a certain area, of the United States.
We kind of do this with every like music head or artist. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of who's on top right now, and it can be a region or a state, because everywhere operates different, right? Like when you say West Coast, you really just mean California, you know,
LA.
It's really LA. It's so.
Yeah.
Oh, but then people can say, you can say like,
I ain't thinking Seattle or Portland.
yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
Like,
saying. Yeah.
Shout out to
even-
Seattle and Portland.
Yeah.
Shout them out.
Yeah.
But I'm not thinking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So that's why I say you can say state, region, city,
yeah.
or whatever. So where's your favorite music coming from, and then who do you think is on top?
That's a great question. I think y'all know where I'm going with this, but Atlanta. Atlanta. All
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah,
that's the hotbed. I'm sure everybody says that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
really
especially
is
just
a
being
hub
down
for
there,
music.
it really is.
Yeah,
It
bro.
really,
Especially
it's so many dope
hip hop and
artists.
R&B.
Yes.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
And shoot, jazz, too.
Jazz too. I was
Yeah,
about to say
yeah,
jazz
Yeah,
too.
Okay,
man.
all right.
Like, and so a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know this. I'm from DC, but my parents actually moved me down to. Well, my stepdad and my mom actually moved me down to Augusta, Georgia, for 2 years.
okay.
Yeah, like before I moved back to DC.
Okay.
So, you know, like a lot of them were, you know, either like kind of grew up in that Atlanta area or they moved out to Atlanta, you know, once they graduated.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, I went to an art school down there. So a lot of them now are in Atlanta doing music, whether it's like jazz or whatever the case may be, killing it.
Yeah.
And I just been able to kind of tap into that scene. So really just all around, man, like it is impressive. But outside of that, I'm going to say North Carolina. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. As far as like the indie scene though, like maybe not like
Okay.
mainstream.
Yeah.
Like I think most people disagree on mainstream, but like indie scene, man, North Carolina, man.
The indie
listen,
scene around here is popping.
Yeah, it is.
it's popping.
We've
Really
been, we've
popping.
been
So
saying
many
that
dope
for
artists.
like at least a year now, especially since we started covering all these music events. It's like, bruh, it's like,
But even still from like way back when I was doing music back
Well,
in like
true.
the 2010s,
Yeah.
you know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Fair enough, fair
2009, yeah, like it's a hotbed for the indie scene. So I
Yes.
definitely agree with that shit.
it
bro.
is.
Yes.
It's
You know what
weird
I'm saying?
that like more people don't end up popping from here, especially post
weird.
cold popping. It's like strange that
And the
people
Baby,
don't.
too.
And then the baby, it's like it's
Yeah.
just so strange that people don't.
But you know, Anthony Hamilton's
here.
from here. Casey and JoJo, I think, are from North
Yeah,
Carolina.
they are.
too.
They're from Charlotte.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
you're
that.
right,
You're
you're
right.
right.
Hamilton was from here.
You are
I had
right.
no
Yeah,
clue.
they are.
Yeah, Hamilton's
Yeah.
from Charlotte, and
Okay.
Casey and JoJo, I believe they're from like Eden or Edenton or something.
I thought they was from Charlotte, but you
But
might
it
be
might
right.
be
though.
from
Maybe,
Charlotte,
like,
but
thought
yeah,
it
I
was
always
Charlotte,
heard they
though.
were from
Okay.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a few names come through here. You know what I mean?
No, you absolutely right.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Like, but yeah, like I've heard so many guys like, yo, like how are y'all not popping yet? Like,
Yeah,
how are
bro.
y'all not
It's
like
crazy.
there yet? But I feel like that could change. You just never know.
I mean,
I think it is going to
I
change.
feel like we're on the
eventually.
cusp right now. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
literally like on the cusp, bro. Like
I agree.
I would say like a 12-month timeline.
Oh,
of-
really?
Yeah, of somebody, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
I mean, that boy,
I don't
big,
know when.
that big boy, big YBA
Yeah, true.
out of Bull City.
Popping.
Yeah,
You-
he's
you right,
popping.
bro.
Like,
He
you know what I'm saying?
popping,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He did a little.
Yeah,
he
shout
did
him
a
out.
little. Yeah, shout out,
what
Big
I'm saying?
YBA for sure. Like he did a concert over in Raleigh,
Yeah,
and
yeah, he from the Bull City.
oh,
Yeah,
okay, that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. So yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
he
him
pulled
like,
up on us, man.
Hold up, man.
Yeah, he
oh,
sat,
did
he
he?
sat
Yeah.
right where you at. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. I heard him.
shout
And he was
him out.
doing his thing, man.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Big YBA for
Yeah,
sure.
bro. I mean,
But
yeah,
I
the
can't wait
talent,
to
the
see where it
talent's
goes.
there. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like the state goes, like it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yes.
people from the Bulls, Charlotte, Raleigh. I mean, the whole triangle. Back when I was in the Air Force, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Royal.
Okay, Air Force.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
yeah.
I gotta come at you correct, man.
Yeah. I was in a rap
correct,
group. You know what I'm
brother.
saying? Shout out my boy Sean Q. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
Sean
Sean
Q.
Q.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But we was always in the triangle, man. Like we had shows in Raleigh, Durham,
Dope.
Chapel Hill. Like we was always just on the circuit. Greensboro, that's another spot that has some dope, artists and shit like that too. You know what I mean?
Greensboro, bro. It's really
Yeah.
that connection. That
It is.
that stretch of
That's such a
85 and 40.
Yeah.
From Raleigh to Charlotte, bro,
Yeah.
is like it's popping, bro.
It's popping.
It's popping.
It's really
It is.
popping, man. And it's also some cats out in Wilmington too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
Okay.
sure, for sure.
Alright.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
be pulling up. Like,
I don't
they
know
pull
about
up
the
in, like,
Wilmington
Durham.
scene,
Yeah, they
but
pull
okay,
up to
shout
Durham. Like,
that
we
out.
got a 252, like 910.
Yeah, Greenville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like all of that.
Okay.
They be, because I mean, it's
Alright.
not that far from
Yeah.
Raleigh, Durham. So they'll pull up and do some performances, open mic, stuff like that
Yeah.
too. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we performed at a strip club in Goldsboro one time. We were
Oh,
stationed.
gee.
We were
Oh,
stationed in
that's the
Goldsboro.
hood,
Yeah.
I know y'all see some shit out there.
popping.
Yeah, bro.
That sounds lit, though. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah.
lie
It,
to
it,
you.
it was
Sounds
low
like a
key
great
lit.
time.
Yeah.
It was low key lit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. But yeah, North Carolina has a lot of dope independent artists out here. You know what I mean? So
they do.
It's like you said, man. We're on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. Like the 12-month timeline, though. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
I don't, and that, I mean, it could be because we entrenched at this point.
Yeah,
we are entrenched in the indie scene, so
We
it's
are.
like
Yes.
I don't know.
We listen to an independent guy in the background right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
that boy VVG.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Out of
G,
Charlotte.
That's dope. I'm hearing that. That's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. That's the
sir.
homie right there. too.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So we got
That joint was dope.
a different perspective. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, all these motherfuckers should have been on by now. But you know what I mean? But
It's tough, man.
But
It's tough.
it seems like in the next 12 months. I mean, I just don't see how.
And
this
Ghost
summer,
Man.
this seems
Big
like
Ghost.
the summer for real, bro.
Yeah.
This the summer to do it right now.
Yeah.
2025.
That's it. You got to start right now. Like, you know what I mean? You got to get them albums in, start putting that recording in,
Yeah.
so that we could take the hell over. And people think I'm crazy when I say this, but I'm so dead ass when I say this. Like, the indie music scene is better than the mainstream music scene. Right now.
Shout that out. I would definitely
Aside
agree with
from like Kendrick, of course, like Cole, Drake, you know, those
Yeah.
guys are legendary, of course.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like that mainstream music just missing something. Like, they feel like they're already there, and it's just missing something. But these indie artists are hungry, and you can hear it in the music and
Shout
the
out
art
my
that
boy
they're putting
Larry
out.
June. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, bro. Shout out. I just got put on to him recently.
Hey,
actually.
you know what's crazy, man?
Recently. What?
He had hit the DMs and he was like, "Yeah, what's some good June albums? I'm about to
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
to
yeah,
DC."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, word, I got you,
Yeah,
bro." You
they
know
put
what
out
I'm
the
saying?
whole list.
Yeah, bro. I
Like,
gave
we
him
gonna
like
listen
8
to all of
different
them.
shits to listen to.
It's some ones. It's some ones for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's
He got
crazy
some good
too.
stuff.
My nephew was in town.
Okay.
Shout out my nephew. He left
Shout
this
out,
morning.
nephew.
Back to go to DC.
Okay.
Mom's copped him a whip. You know what I'm saying? But we were talking music last night after we got done with the show, and it was up to like 1 or some shit. But he was like, let me hear some of the, like shit he likes.
Yeah.
And he was like, asking me about June. I was like, oh, you messing with June now? Because he was like, have you heard of Larry June? I was like, motherfucker, I told you about June back in 2020, bro. Now you like him?
No.
Now you like
Like
June?
when Currency was popping, because I was
Yeah.
a big like
Yeah.
Spitter fan.
Fuck
Like
with-
he
fuck
was
with
out
Spitter.
right there with Currency.
Yeah.
Like during
Yeah.
that same time, I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah.
going back like he been popping for maybe not popping for a minute, but like he been releasing.
They
for
both
a
been
minute.
out since Currency was out back in like the mid 2006, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That type of shit. I think it was like maybe 07. He came out with Lil Wayne because he was
Yeah,
signed
yeah,
to,
he was with
Young
them,
Money
yep.
or whatever, Cash Money and shit. He's been dropping shit ever since. And then June actually has been doing it since like 2013, 2012 type shit.
For sure though.
He was releasing before that though. That's
Yeah.
June been eating off
Yeah.
the underground scene heavy since
Heavy.
at least like 18. Because bro, when I found him, he was already rich as hell.
Yeah.
Like when you showed him to me, he was already rich as hell then, bro.
Yeah, bro,
And
he
that
was
was
up.
like late
That's like
or 2021.
2021?
Yeah, it might have been 2021.
Yeah.
And he was already up then. And
Yeah.
and then he ate for like the next 3 years until I feel like he finally did something mainstream when he just did the Life is Beautiful with Change.
Yeah.
And
And
that-
also when he hooked up with Alchemist for The Great Escape.
That's
that
the
was a
first
big
joint I
one,
listened
too.
to. That joint
Yeah,
is
yeah.
fire,
But
bro.
not-
Like, that was the
yeah.
first shit I listened to.
Yeah,
In
that's
my
a big
opinion,
one.
that's
For
not
real.
totally like
That's not totally
not totally like because even I
You
feel
don't
like
think so?
I think Alchemist is still like
kind of underground.
very
He is,
underground.
he
is. Yeah.
Even though he's
I feel like the
hella
music
famous.
heads
Yeah.
know about Alchemist.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
people that like know music and like really be into it. Oh yeah, that's Alchemist.
Yeah.
But as far as like the general public and everybody is like, nah.
And Alchemist probably in some way or some fashion touched a record that everybody loves.
Oh, yeah, for
they
sure.
just don't know because you know what I'm saying. Bro pulled up looking
never
like the
know.
Dark Knight with a
He
trench
did
coat.
Yeah.
he did a damn track for Kendrick, one of them diss tracks. Meet the Grams, I think it was.
Yeah,
I can
that's what
see
somebody
that.
was telling us.
He
on
produced
some
that
dark
shit.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That thing was.
Yeah, I saw the interview. Remember I told y'all I was
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
the interview
yeah,
on the
yeah,
Breakfast
yeah,
Club
yeah,
shit.
That mug cut deep.
I was like, what?
So in some way or some fashion, but
didn't even
still,
know that.
but Alk is like,
Yeah.
it almost feels like Alk like rejects the mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
even
yeah.
want to be mainstream.
I respect it.
He just wants to do his
Yeah.
music and that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He punching the clock. I'm going home after that.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm
I don't
saying?
want none of that other stuff. It feels like June
Right.
is kind of on that too.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
definitely.
it's kind of like, hey, bro, like, and like you say, that he got the money off of not selling himself, not being on this label stuff,
right.
you know, not none of that.
Right.
Like, it's just all of being a real, and that's what I like. You know, just hearing his lyrics, like, oh, he's talking about some real stuff. Like he says something about like, hey, I was saving up for assets for rainy days. I was like, hey, these rappers ain't talking about that. Like they talking about going to the strip club.
Perkies.
You know,
and
yeah,
shit.
right.
Yeah.
Like, blowing the stats.
And when he doing it independent, you know, I ain't trying to pocket watch June. I'm just saying, I know if he's doing it independent, obviously as people who are like trying to come up, you know what I'm saying? If you in that space where you trying to think about doing shows, getting venues and stuff, I'm sitting here looking like bro got the venue himself. I know how much we paid for the tickets. The math is mathing, bro. Like,
Oh, it's mathing.
I'm like,
Ain't no label over this too?
everybody in here, motherfuckers over there
Yeah.
copping merch. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like, I'm like, nah. This is getting money. Like,
It's
bro,
getting money,
yeah. It's like,
yeah.
bro, I ain't trying to be all up in your pockets. I'm just saying for
real.
for my own reference
Right.
of how to move.
Oh, you ain't in the pocket. That's
I'm like,
just
yo,
simple
this
observation.
is how it's done.
Like,
This is
It
how you
is
do
it's
it.
done.
Yeah, just simple observation, man. I ain't
Yeah.
even watching pockets or nothing.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was like, shoot.
That's
Even the
goals right
Fillmore.
there. They ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
Yeah.
who wants to deal with all these labels and all the BS that comes with the music industry, man? If you could do that, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
true.
It's hard work.
But no, the
it
same
is
way I was
hard work.
shooting you stuff in the DMs, I was putting my nephew
Yeah,
on. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He
I
was like,
appreciate
all
that.
this. I was like, yeah, bro. Because, you know, he had that long ride back to DC too.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? This
I
morning.
gotta go back to the Triangle tomorrow. So matter of
Yeah,
fact, I'm about to go
yeah.
back to that DM. We gonna revisit that.
Hell yeah, man. Look though, y'all. It's been another edition of On the Rocks.
Come on,
Where we
now.
give it to you
OTR.
straight, no chase, bitch.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We got that boy in the building. Tell the people who you are one more time. Drop them socials. Remind them about what you doing, upcoming projects, all that, bro.
Absolutely, man. Again, I go by the name of DSqaured. You can find me on Instagram, any socials at DStarRaw. I got to work on changing that because it feels like all the DSqaured names are taken up on
really?
IG. Yeah.
Damn,
Like, it's
yeah.
crazy, yeah.
I see it.
But it's DStarRaw. So DStarR, then the number
Bro, the
4
background crazy,
instead
man.
of an A. Y'all know it right there. Yep.
There we go.
DStarRaw. That's me. Definitely give me a follow. I got more content to come. We can't wait to share it with you all. You know, the biggest reason for me even doing music and releasing things is to uplift people and inspire people through my music because it's a powerful way to do that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Shout out to OTR on the rocks, man. I got so much love for y'all, brothers.
Appreciate you,
Can't
dog.
wait to have y'all at the release party.
Appreciate
we
you, bro.
outta here, man.
Appreciate
Yeah, we gonna be in the building for shizzle.
We in the building,
in
bro.
the building. And
Oh.
make sure y'all tap in with the
Tap
boy.
in with DSqaured, man.
DSqaured,
I got
damn it.
good things coming. Album
Yes.
coming out on Saturday, May 3rd.
Woo.
It's going crazy.
Going crazy.
Feel me?
You gonna have DSqaured take us out, bro?
Hey, let's let DSqaured take us out, man.
He can take us out, man. Kill the sound on that.
Yeah,
Let my
man.
boy go crazy one time.
Feeling the beat, it ain't no crime, baby. Hope I ain't out of line, lady. It's feeling like we got a time, baby. Shorty, what you say to me? Better not be playing with me. I ain't gon' leave. When I play for keeps. I'm strung out, can't you see? You blaming me.
Oh nah, bro. That's funky as hell right
You know what I'm
there,
saying?
bro.
Stop playing, bro.
D-Squared, you know I'm that nigga. No new friends won't even try that with you. You and me.
This whole vibe is lit,
You know what I'm saying?
Playing
Thank
with
you,
your
bro.
boy emotions like a game of picker. Some live by the trigger or die by the trigger.
That's all y'all
Hey
get.
man, you know
That's all you get. That's all you
there,
get.
man. Y'all ninjas ain't got perfect pitch, man. Sit your bitch ass down.
Yo,
But really though.
that perfect fish go
You know what I'm
crazy,
saying?
man.
Nah, man. Thank y'all so much,
Man, we
Just
appreciate
For real,
y'all
trying to-
appreciate you
pulling up on
pulling
us.
up for real, man. For real
Yes, sir.
talk,
You
man.
already
Let's-
know.
It's the first of many to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Off
Man,
top.
y'all ain't following on the rocks already. Y'all need to make sure to do that. OTR.
Hey,
Come on
appreciate
now.
that. Appreciate that.
Know it.
Hey, listen to what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all
look at
heard me.
that
Y'all
camera,
heard me. I don't
camera.
need to say it again.
It's on me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen to what the fuck he talking about, damn it. Like, comment, subscribe, or we'll find your mom and introduce her to the tribe. You know what it is. On the Rocks, giving to you straight, no chase, bitch. I'm OTR Champagne up in this thing with my player. Hot.
OTR Goose.
We out of here.
I done bossed up, I done manned up, you the reason why. I love it when you hold me close and make me sleep inside. VRBO to that.
Hey, hold on. Hey, VVG. What you tell her? I said I can't get enough of you. The first time I felt it squeezing through the rubber. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Where my
Y'all
shit
got sound
at?
effects for days.
I can't
Get enough of you.
Hey,
feel this squeezing
through the rubber. Ooh. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is, boo. You know what I'm saying?